The 911 operator could not believe what she was hearing. The woman's frantic cries on the other end of the phone let her know that it was real. "The horse! It's bitten my face off!" the 60-year-old woman said. "Send help, please! I'm bleeding to death!" And she was. Somehow, she stayed conscious long enough for the police to arrive in the ambulance and get her to the hospital, but her trouble was just beginning. Barbara Johnson was 60 years old and very experienced with horses. She loved them. She had dedicated her life to living and working with them. When the mare began to show the signs that she would be foaling soon, the woman took her out to the barn, but the mare became agitated. The foal, they believe, was breached, and she was trying to help the mare when the mare snapped. It bit her so savagely on her face, lifted her off the ground, and began to shake her. And friends, the damage was severe. By the time she got to the hospital, she was going into shock from blood loss. The sole emergency room doctor was taking care of her. At the time, she was able to talk with him, communicate, able to breathe on her own. But there was another patient having an emergency, cardiac arrest, and the doctor had to go to help them. And when he stepped away, she began to get frantic. The anesthesiologist was there with her, but her throat began to fill with blood. The horse had ripped her face so savagely, so severely, that she was drowning in her own blood. And her eyes began to grow wide and frantic. They could not intubate her. They couldn't get a tube down because of the blood. By the time they were able to shove the tubes into her lungs, it was already too late, and she suffered a heart attack. She never recovered, slipping into a coma and dying 5 days later. The photos of the wounds are gruesome, and I would not show them here. Friends, you would be shocked to know exactly the type of damage a horse can do. Massive, powerful jaws, big, flat teeth. They grab a hold, rip and tear. That is how the stallions fight one another, with their hooves and with their teeth, ripping and tearing savagely. When they do grab a hold of one of us, they often pick us up and ragdoll us. There's even a man that had his arm ripped off when he was bitten by a zebra.